Alright, this is Bloody Mayhem here with Poppies Martinez. Poppies, you've been kind of away from the MMA game for a while, but you haven't stopped training. You did a little bit of boxing. I see you're on the card for Tachi Palace Fights. Talk a little bit about the Tachi Palace actually doing their own promotion now that the PFC is out of the way. What do you have to say about that?
I think it's good they tried doing their own thing, put on their own promotion. PFC was pretty good, they had an established name. The promoter had everything, they done good with the promotion, and PFC was a good promotion, in my opinion, and the Tachi fighting should be good too. They got, my tribe's good people, and they got good fighters. Just have a lot of local fighters out of the area, talented fighters all around the world. I think it'll be good for, the Central Valley to see more potential coming from here and all over the place. See old veterans like the UFC fighters, old WC fighters, and hope they come back and come over here and put on a good show.
One of the major changes that the TPF is doing is going to a cage and 5-minute rounds. And how do you think that's going to favor you?
I've been through it before. I fought for WEC. I've been in 5-minute rounds. And it ain't going to be changing. I train with hard people. I train with, Tiwa Hallway. We got Billy Vanderleest and Joe George, and so we got a lot of people, go on and on. We got a bunch of people, and I got a great team behind me, and we're gonna make it work and put on a good show over there.
Your first opponent back, Rolando Torres out of Madera. What do you know about him? What do you got to say?
I don't know much about him, but he's coming out to fight, and I think me and him are gonna put on a good show. Don't know much about him. Really nothing bad to say about him. I'm just glad he's taking the fight, and me and him are going to put on a good show and show the fans what we both have that night.
Like I said, you've had a long layoff. You did a little bit of boxing, but is this going to affect you? You going to have any ring rust, or now cage rust, I should say?
Not really, because I trained with help Billy out with his fights in Strikeforce, and we worked in the cage, and boxing helped me sharpen up my hands, and like I said, I got a good coach, Muay Thai coach, and got good boxing coaches, wrestling coaches, and jiu-jitsu, all around, pretty much still doing the same thing, working out full time and putting on a great show, and inside the gym, at least. And come October 8th, I'm coming out and showing what I could do, and come back to keep on winning and trying to receive a title shot down the road for the new company for the Tachi Fighting Championships.
So you do plan on fighting for them a lot more? Because I know the PFC, you weren't part of their many of their shows, so.
I'm here to stay. I'm gonna try to help build the company, hope my name's big enough to establish, what I can do for them, and my tribe, my tribe people have always been there for me. Win or lose, my fans, they stuck with me, and if it wasn't work, for none of them, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be a champion, and a lot of people believed in me, and I don't want to let them down, and I'm put on a good show.
Well, you're one of the many of the great cards they're gonna have, so this is a pretty decent card they have set up. Like I said, any one of those fights could be a main event card. Hopefully the Tachi Palace can keep it up. Thank you for giving me this time. I know you just came by to drop off your many bouts that you've held. Any sponsors you want to go ahead and thank right now?
I want to thank Chinchek for always being there for win or lose. He's been there from day one. Alpha Designs. Top of my head, I want to thank my wife, Lucy Martinez, and all my kids. I got 8 kids back at home, and they're all special to me. And then got a sick kid right now, and I got a lot of frustrations I got to let out, and I'm gonna put on a good show, and I gotta let some stuff out, and I'm gonna let it out in the ring, and take care of my kids and my wife, and hope for the best.